On this show, we're going to be talking about the craziness that's gone on with our lives and closing one nightclub and moving to another. And we're going to be talking about the changes to the Central Flair Series. So stick around and we'll get right into it. So first of all, a bit of an apology. I have a horrible cold. My nose is bright red, and I know this, and I'm very, very sorry, guys. I'm probably not going to make this a stupidly long show either, and it's probably going to be a one-shot, so I'm not going to be editing too much. But let's get on with it, and let's just have a chat about what's going on with me, with BartenderHQ, where we are now, what's going on with the Central Flair Series in future. So, first of all, the nightclub that I've moved to is called Luna in Solihull. It is a much bigger nightclub. I think it's about 4 times the capacity of the Reflex that I was working at previously, which has closed down. There's a post if you want to know any more about that. I'm not going to go into the details here because a lot of you are obviously not from Birmingham, and it won't make too much difference to you. But there is a post on BartenderHQ that will let you know all about what's happened to Reflex Arcadian and kind of, it's a bit sad to be honest, because Jo, my partner, was the general manager there for a good six or more years, I believe. She was with the company for 12 years. She's not with the company now, but I've been moved over to another nightclub within the group. So that's my new gig. I'm at a place called Luna in Solihull. It's a much bigger nightclub, as I say, about 4 times, maybe 5 times the capacity of Reflex. There is a Reflex bar as a part of this Luna nightclub, but it's a multi-room club on 2 levels. So I've kind of I've come in and I've taken on the VIP bar, which is upstairs. It's basically the first one that you come to as you come into the bar. So we're kind of the first point of contact for the guests. It's a 3-station bar, so I've got 2 bartenders working with me on that bar, and hopefully we'll be having a bar back that's kind of dedicated to that area very, very soon, to keep an eye on things like that. And the first thing that I did when I walked in is sort of looked at the back bar, the layout, and it's beautifully symmetrical, looked really, really nice. But having worked a few shifts on there, it wasn't that practical. They, as a lot of bars do, it was kind of all set up, not necessarily for efficiency of serving the drinks and serving the drinks to the guests as quickly as possible. So we've made some adjustments. It's working much, much better now. We had a really busy weekend this weekend, huge night on Saturday. And this weekend coming up is going to be huge as well, obviously. Easter weekend, so we've got a massive event, beach party this Thursday night, I believe, which is, I think it's a Smirnoff one-night only event as well, so there's going to be a lot of entertainment going on. It's going to be really cool. And then we've got Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night is going to be a full-on party as well, because nobody's at work on the Monday. So really looking forward to this week and seeing what that brings. Hopefully hugely busy, hopefully all of my bartenders making a lot of tips and that sort of thing. So some positive stuff there. Moved into the new bar. I'm going to be there tomorrow having a look at some of the other bars and seeing what we can do to make those a little bit quicker, a little bit easier for the bartenders to work, and that sort of thing as well. Now, to give you a kind of overview of the layout of this club, I will take some videos over the next week or so and try and give you maybe a little bit of a walking tour of the bar. Probably not while we're open, just to show you kind of the layout of the place. But you come in, we've got a bar that's part of the same group downstairs called Masula, and that is like an all-day kind of place, all-day operation, 7 days a week. So they do food and drink into the evenings, have DJs, live music as well. So it's a really cool kind of nice vibe in there. They've got some nice cocktails as well. And then we have an entrance that's next door to that. And you come up the stairs into the bar, through the pay desk and the cloakroom kind of areas. So standard bar entrance for a nightclub. And then on your left-hand side, you've got a Reflex bar. So very much like where I was working previously with the cheesy 80s music and all that good stuff, kind of your unpretentious party, which everybody loves. And then if you carry on straight up instead of going left into Reflex, you will find my VIP bar is on the left hand side. We've got some booths on your right, booth on your left, and at the far end you've got 3 more full-on VIP. If you carry on straight down to the end, you've got 3 more full-on VIP booths, which we're going to work and make even more luxurious. I mean, they're really, really nice as it is, and I'm working with, going to speak to some suppliers, I think, on Monday, and see what else we can get to make this just really, really special for our guests coming in. And basically, the middle of our floor, because you're on the first floor when you're coming in, and by the first floor, to our American friends, I mean the second floor, you're upstairs 1 level. So the middle of our floor is kind of empty. We've got a big hole that looks down onto the dance floor on the ground floor. So we've got 2 stairwells that go down either side of that, and then you've got a large main bar and also a smaller bar behind the dance floor. You've got some raised areas with high seating and that sort of thing as well, and a stage area. It's a really cool venue. The lighting in there is superb. I think it's only been about 2 or 3 years since it's opened and had its refurbishment. So, as you can imagine, it's looking really, really good, and it's a bit of a different feel actually to working in the Reflex. We're pouring some really premium brands. We were pouring some nice stuff at Reflex. We were pouring Absolute Vodka, we were pouring the Monkey Shoulder, we were pouring Hendrix. So, it was not, even though it was an unpretentious party, we were not pouring cheap spirits and cheap stock. It was all about having the really nice experience for everyone, not only from the party standpoint, but from the point of view of having really good drinks as well. And Luna's no exception, actually. Our house vodka is Ciroc, which is made famous by P. Diddy. He's one of the owners of the brand. We have every flavour of Ciroc going, so we have the standard, we have the Derek Zoolander Blue Steel Edition in stock, which we do a lot on the bottle service. We've got pineapple, coconut, red berry, apple and peach, I think, are the range that we have in stock at Luna. As I say, the regular Ciroc is our pouring vodka. What makes it a little bit different, I had to double check this with actually Samuel Bolton from the Suds and Duds bar, who's also now just taken on some duties as a brand ambassador. So we're going to be talking to Sam about his range of stuff very, very soon, and hopefully I'll get to taste some of the stuff that he's got. But yeah, the interesting thing about Ciroc is it's made from grapes, so it kind of comes across as a bit of an eau de vie, but it's also listed as a vodka, so he tells me it's got to be at least 96% ABV when they bring it out of the still, and then they're cutting that obviously back down to pouring strength to the 40% that it's sold at. So we're having a bit of a debate actually about whether is it still an eau de vie as well as a vodka, or is it one until it gets up to that strength and then it becomes a vodka instead, or does it have that double label? So if you know the rules with this, please let me know. I am hopefully going to be speaking to the Ciroc reps early this week, so hopefully tomorrow, hopefully on Monday, we'll be having a chat with them. Maybe they can clear it up for me. But if you know, or if you have an opinion on it, just please let me know, either in the YouTube comments or drop us a message on Facebook at facebook.com/BartenderHQ. So yeah, this is it's quite a positive step. Working at a really cool new venue. Reflex had it had this kind of stigma, and that was purely because all the young people were thinking, maybe we don't want the 80s music, maybe we don't want to be in that kind of retro environment. I loved it, I'll be honest. I loved the music. I loved the party stuff. I loved singing along to the Bon Jovi and all that kind of thing. I'll be honest, in Luna, I don't know half the music that's being played. At one point in the night, pretty much every night, they'll start playing the stuff that I was listening to at university, they'll be playing like the DJ Luck and MC Neats, the Pied Pipers and all that kind of stuff. It kind of a bit of UK garage is my guilty pleasure, but I love those songs. Do you really like it? I've been singing along to that at the top of my voice, which is probably why I've got very little voice this week. But there is a lot of the music that I just don't know, and I just have to go with the beat and flair and enjoy the shifts. But it's been crazy busy, really enjoying it. Sorry about that. I had no intention of editing this episode at all, but I really, really needed water at that point. My voice had completely dried up. So, as we say, really good fun at Luna. It's been really, really interesting actually seeing... this place sells almost no cocktails at the moment, so that's very much something that I'm going to be working on. As you know from this podcast, I love cocktails, I love flair, and at the minute, I think since I've been there, I've worked 6 shifts, and I think I've maybe sold 6 cocktails. We haven't got many menus at the minute, so that's possibly part of the reason. But the menu that we do have only has 5 drinks on it. There is a new menu that's due, so fingers crossed that'll help with pushing the cocktails. But we're going to find some other ways of doing it as well. We've got some cocktail masterclasses and that kind of thing coming up at Luna. And a few other things up my sleeve. We want to make it a bit of a flair bar as well. So I'm going to be looking... through our staff that we have a bit of a meeting coming up this week. So I'm going to see who's interested in learning to flair. We're going to see who is going to make the cut, basically, for the VIP bar, who's going to be my new team. I'll try and chat to a few of them as well, introduce you to some of my my new teammates. It's a much bigger team. At Reflex, I think we had maybe 10 guys on the staff. We've got 30 plus, I believe, at Luna, so it's a much bigger group of people. I'm getting to grips with everyone's names. But yeah, it's a really nice experience, and as I've mentioned in the past, when you move from one bar to another, you quite often have to learn some new drinks and that kind of thing. Luckily for me, there's only 5 drinks at this place, and it's all stuff that I kind of already know. Got to learn exactly what the specs are for this place, which I will be sorting out this week and rolling that out to make sure that all of the team members know, because a few of the guys have already mentioned that they don't know all of the cocktails on the menu, although they know the names. They still have to check the recipes, and when there's only 5 drinks on your menu, there's no reason for that, so we'll be running the guys through all that sort of thing this week. And if you are starting at a new bar, or you struggle already with drinks, menus, and memorising cocktails, do check out my ebook. It's available from BartenderHQ.com, and it's not particularly expensive, but it will teach you the same techniques that I use to memorise over 600 drinks for the Bartender Challenge with TGR Fridays. On the subject of Fridays, I have spoken just recently to one of the guys... who was actually a judge for the Bartender Challenges that I was involved in with the national finals. He is a former world bartender champion with Fridays as well, and has his own bar now. So that interview is hopefully going to be coming up in the next few weeks. I just need to get some confirmation of when we can pencil that in, but that is going to be coming up very, very soon, so look out for that. So the Central Flair Series is our flair competition, basically, that we've been kind of pioneering. We're trying to create a flair competition that's open to everyone. It's easy for bartenders to take part in, so whether you are brand new to bartending and flair bartending in general, or whether you've been flair bartending for years, the Central Flair Series is designed for everyone to get involved, especially if you are easy enough to get to the Midlands, which is obviously where we're holding it, as the Central Flair Series in the UK. But because of the closure of Reflex, we had to kind of change our plans a little bit. We were intending to have an event the first Monday in March, but we closed the weekend before that, which made it very, very tricky for us. So what we decided to do was to run an online competition. Now, we've had a lot of interest in it. It has been shared by all sorts of people. If you're interested in helping us out at all, please go over to BartenderHQ.com. It is the top post on the website. I've put it as a sticky post, so it's going to stay up there while the entries are open. And if you can share that through your social media, share it with other bartenders that you know, that will really help us out, and we'll just get this message out to as many people as possible. There's about 10 days left to submit your video. It's only 3 minutes, so it's something you can do if you've got an hour free and you want to chuck your cell phone up, take some video and make yourself a little video of yourself making any drink that you want. We don't mind what bottles you use. We don't mind what drink you're making. We don't mind what glassware you use. All we're asking is that you make an entertaining video that bartenders and the public in general will enjoy. It doesn't have to be the most technical moves in the world. If you are that technical guy, if you are a 6-tin, split, 2-bottle, whatever, just do it. Just do it. But remember, this is designed to get as many likes as possible on YouTube. Now, the way that this is working is you submit us your video. It's just a single shot with either a cell phone, a video camera, whatever you want. All you do is you upload it to Dropbox. You send us a link. If you don't use Dropbox already, I've put a whole article on BartenderHQ.com that tells you exactly how to sign up. There's a link on there that takes you through. You basically just put this video file from your computer or from your smartphone straight into your Dropbox directory, and then you share a link with me, and I've put on there as well the email address to send that to with your information, so that we can basically stick our branding either end of it and let people know exactly how to vote for your video. We will then put all of the videos live on the BartenderHQ YouTube channel when the voting starts, and all you need to do is grab the link and share it with your friends. Just ask them to vote for you. We'll explain exactly how that's all done. It's basically on YouTube likes on the BartenderHQ YouTube channel. So it's very, very simple for anyone to do it. Anyone that's got an account on YouTube or a Google Plus account or anything else can actually like and vote for your video. And that's pretty much it. You just need to create a video that you know people will enjoy. If you can make something that you think people will share as well, whether they know you or not, even better. There's no limit to the number of people in your video. The only limit is it needs to be one shot, so you can't do multiple cuts, like video cuts during your routine. So basically all we're saying is don't cut out when you drop anything. You can film it as many times as you want to get it perfect and then submit as your best video. You can include more than just you in the video. You can have other bartenders. You can have 5 or 6 bartenders coming on to do individual parts. The votes are for the video, not for you as a human. So it's not a problem if somebody else is involved in your video. If you want to have your other bartenders or your waiters like as backing dancers for you, I don't mind. You can use whatever music you want. You can use whatever bottles you want. Just make a good-looking drink with glass bottles. Please don't use plastic bottles in your routine. That is one of the few things that it just kind of makes it look a little bit weird. By all means, show us off your moves using the plastic bottles and share those videos on BartenderHQ. But for this competition, you do need to be using glass. There's nothing that says that you need to be behind a bar. You can make your drinks wherever you want. And probably the more creative, the better, the more attention it's going to get from the bartending and the world community at large. If you want to make it a spoof of somebody's music video, absolutely fine. If you want to have guys lip sync battling in the background, absolutely fine. Whatever you want for that 3 minutes, the video is yours. Do what you want with it, and I really can't wait to see the entries. So get them in. It will literally take you maybe 20-25 minutes to actually film this, get your stuff together, get your friends together, get your bar's branding in the background if you want to promote your bar, if you want to promote your flair business, if you want to promote yourself as a flair bartender. This is all good for you. If you have a liquor sponsor that you use, by all means use their bottles. It's not a problem at all. And we just want to see you guys be as creative as possible. Now, the other thing with the Central Flair Series is obviously we lost Reflex as our home, but the next Central Flair Series round is planned for the first Monday in May. I'm sorry, I have not checked what date that falls on, but it's going to be the Bank Holiday Monday in the UK, the May Day Bank Holiday. So, the new location for the Central Flair Series is going to be Luna in Solihull. Now, it's only about 15 miles outside Birmingham. It's a really busy hub. It's a great nightclub, and we're hopefully going to put the bar right in the middle of the dance floor, so you can also stand around the balcony and look down on the bar and get an absolutely amazing view of these bartenders in action. At the first round of the Central Flair Series, we had 8 bartenders from around the UK. We're hopefully going to have some international guys coming soon. Christoph van der Biel. Christoph, I'm talking to you, my friend. Christoph, if you don't know him, go and check out his routine from the Masters of Flair last year. He's a superb bartender. He does some wicked spins. He was supposed to be coming to our first event, but he wasn't well enough, and man, we missed him. This guy holds, I think, the world record for the most forearm bumps with a bottle, well into the hundreds. And if you've not seen his videos, he's posting every day on Facebook. So you've got to check his stuff out, man. He's an incredible bartender. So if you want to enter, all you need to do, get in touch with me via the Facebook page, and I will add you to my list, and I will shoot all the details out as soon as they're available. It's probably going to be the beginning of April when we send out the entries for everyone. So as soon as the online videos go live for everyone, we'll also be putting out how to enter for our next physical competition in May. And then, fingers crossed, as long as more places don't start closing down around us, which Luna is not going to be closing down anytime soon. This place is packed every weekend. We will be going back to every month, which is what we wanted to be doing in the first place. So, we are going to be a Flair Series. We're going to be in the centre of the UK, and if you guys want to come down from anywhere in the country to compete, to watch, and to have an awesome night at Luna in Solihull, we would love to see you guys there at the Central Flair Series. This is going to be the end of today's video, but if you guys want to get involved with anything that we're doing at BartenderHQ, get onto our Facebook page, facebook.com/BartenderHQ. And if you want my ebook of 10 killer cocktails, now these are not cocktails that I've created, but these are cocktails that I've kind of modified slightly, and these are the drinks that have kind of made my name while I was out in Dubai, when I've worked in various different bars around the UK and around the world. These are the drinks that people come back to me time and time again to get. So it's a great starting point for your kind of personal portfolio of drinks. And it's absolutely free. All you do, go to BartenderHQ.com, click on the button, and you can get it for free. That's it for this week, guys, and I will see you on next week's show, hopefully with a tour of my new bar. If you like this video, click like. If you disliked it, click dislike. Let me know in the comments if there's something else you want me to talk about, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, so that you will get notified every time we release something new.